Here's a little intro before we get to the rest of the fun start. I have lipstick on my teeth for like the entire thing, and I didn't notice because when I start filming I don't sit here and go like to check my teeth. So yeah, cool lipstick on the teeth. But it was a fun video, so I'm going to keep it anyways, and it's been way too long since we did Cooking with Z. Alright, go ahead and make fun of me for my lipstick on my teeth, but enjoy the rest of the video. Hey guys, welcome to Cooking with Z. Sorry it's been a little while now. I've been kind of busy. Happy like 80s day. No, I'm just kidding. I just dressed up like this because I felt like it. And lots of bright colors, and it's Batman stuff. Yes. Yeah, so for dinner tonight we're gonna make a pizza. Like, just a homemade one. It's a little bit healthier than getting the frozen one, and I promise it tastes a hell of a lot better than getting the frozen one. So, I'll show you guys what I like on my pizzas. I really like pizzas just to be vegetarian. I don't know why, but that's like my favorite pizza option. And, we'll just do like the basics, and then you can put whatever you want on top of it to make it your very own, like, best pizza ever. Yeah, so let's get started with what you need. Alright, first thing is dough. I don't make the pizza dough because it takes way too freaking long. The best homemade pizza dough like recipe I found, you have to let it sit for 2 hours. And honestly, I cannot be bothered to make dough and let it sit for 2 hours just to have a homemade pizza when I can buy a tube of pizza dough. So just go to your local store and get your tube of pizza dough. My other pre-made, like, lazy stuff is I get a jar of pasta sauce. This is just like the store brand generic pasta sauce, and I'll add a little bit extra, like, dried spices onto it to make it taste a little bit better, and then just put it in the fridge, and like tomorrow night or the night after we'll just make like spaghetti bolognese and use the rest of the jar. So 2 meals out of it, cheap stuff, and totally easy. Then you need cheese. I've got low-fat mozzarella cheese, and then I get a little bit of the real cheese, the buffalo mozzarella. It's full of like water in here, and it's like so delicious and yummy, but I only get one of these because they're kind of expensive, and I just put this around sparingly, and then I use the rest of it with the shredded low-fat mozzarella cheese. That's your basics on your homemade pizza. Now I'll just show y'all what the rest of the stuff is that I put on it. Tomatoes, paprika or red bell pepper. That's paprika in Norwegian. A little bit of red onion. Shrooms. Yes. Mushroomies. A must-have for me is fresh basil. Like, on the pizza it just tastes even more homemade. And some garlic. And for Wallajim, I got him pepperoni. So on his side of the pizza, he'll mostly have mushrooms and pepperoni. And then on mine, I've got all the veggie stuff. And you need your oven tray, and we're going to put some baking paper on this. Now we're going to chop up our vegetables and just turn your oven onto 250 degrees, and we're going to chop our stuff up and open our can of stuff and, or yeah, let's open this here because it will pop and I'll scream. I told you I'd scream. God, I'm easily entertained. So, get out some baking paper and then we'll put that on the sheet. Alright, get your doughy out. And our thing of baking paper. Instead of like rolling it out, you can kind of like stretch it out with your hands. Like they do in the pizza place. Ta-da! Sorry, husband's not here to film, but we're gonna have dinner ready for him when he comes home. But this is like just stationary camera. It sucks when husband's not here to open my drawers! Shit! Oh, fuck! Yes. Alright, so dough's done. fun and explosions are over, so now we just got our vegetables up. Alright, now the only like mistake people make sometimes with doing homemade pizzas is they put way too much sauce on it, so then it's just really soggy. You actually use a very, very little amount of sauce, so I'll try to just show you guys that now, and I'll get a spoon and we'll kind of measure it. Here's our pizza, and I've got some crushed garlic that I smeared around it, and then we're just going to take some of our sauce, it's a big tablespoon, and start to spread that around. Sorry if the camera's not that great, I'm trying to watch what I'm spreading and watch the camera at the same time. So our second big spoon. So you see it's really, really thin. So third big tablespoon, that should be about it. Alright, 3 tablespoons of sauce on the pizza. If you do want more tomato flavor, like I really like tomato flavor, so I got tomatoes to put on there instead of more sauce, so the dough won't get soggy. And put the rest of this in the fridge, and then you can make pasta in a few days. Alright, so now we're going to cover him with cheese. Okay, now we just sprinkle with cheese. This is really hard to watch what I'm doing and watch where the camera is at the same time. That is actually a bit hard to hold the camera, so I'm just going to fill it up the rest of the way with the vegetables that I have cut up, and then I'll just show you how it looks when you're done. So, yeah. Okay, so here you go. Here's the homemade pizza all done. You can see that Wally's side, husband's side, is with the pepperonis, and I've got the basil. And this is the real mozzarella. It's like fresh, and he doesn't like it that much, so I have it on my side. Yeah, you can put whatever you want on it and as much of stuff. Like if you want to make a taco pizza, you could brown ground beef with taco seasoning and then put that on top of it with like cheddar cheese or Monterey Jack or something if you want taco flavor pizza. The only thing with the homemade ones, like good and bad, you can stack it as high as you want. So you can, I don't know if you can see, but that's like quite a lot of stuff that I have on there. You know, mushrooms, tomatoes, paprikas. It's quite high. And you need to just watch for the more stuff you have on here, the longer it's going to take the dough underneath to cook. So even if it's going to be brown on the dough on the edges, it might not be cooked all the way, it'll still be a little bit soggy. So if it's starting to get really brown here and it looks like it's not getting that cooked here, just turn the heat down a little bit and it'll cook a little bit longer but slower, and then you get the dough done underneath. And when I take it out of the oven, I always cut it in the center to make sure that the dough here is like crunchy and hard to cut through, because if it's not, then it's going to be soggy and it's going to taste like crap. Yeah, the other thing, like homemade pizzas versus like store-bought or the ordered ones, is because there's so much more toppings on top of it, you kind of need to eat it with a knife and a fork. Pizza's all done, and isn't it fabulous? You know you're hungry.